Hey, what's going on, listeners? Thank you for tuning in to the second episode of Yarns With Marns. In this episode, we get our first ever guest on the podcast, and it's my older brother, Niwa. He's my oldest of my siblings, and he's a professional wrestler. He's wrestled in the UK, Mexico. He's done a little bit of time in Japan as well, but he's been wrestling for a few years, and he's learned many things throughout his travels, and he's got a lot of life experience to share. So I think this podcast will be very valuable. He shares a lot about his journey in Mexico, what it was like financially, the struggles he faced at the start, some setbacks that he also experienced. So also going on and wrestling in front of 26,000 people in one of the oldest wrestling arenas in Mexico. So I really hope you enjoy this episode, and hope you get at least one thing out of it, and hope you enjoy listening to my brother's story. So once again, thank you for the support, thank you for tuning in, and here's the episode. I like this. Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to the second ever episode of Yarns With Marns. You're listening to my new podcast. My name's Rangimarie, aka Marnie, aka Marns, and today I'm joined with my first ever guest on the Yarns With Marns podcast. It's my pleasure to have a big time superstar on here, but it's also cool for me to have my older brother on. So Niwa, what's up? Welcome to the podcast. How's it going?
Good, brother. Always good, man.
How you feeling today? All good?
Yeah, not too bad. It's sunny as, so it's pretty mean.
We were just talking about it before. How many podcasts have you done before?
I'd say maybe like 4 or 5. Maybe, yeah 4 or 5.
Yeah, and what do you think about the setup? All good?
Yeah, me.
What about the name, Yarns With Marns?
Yeah, that's pretty good. I reckon it should be Marns with Yarns, though.
Oh, yeah? True.
Yeah, that would be mean.
True.
Nah, I'm joking.
Marns with Yarns. Okay, so just anyone, so this is obviously my older brother. I've got 5 siblings, and this is my oldest. He's 27, but instead of me talking a bit about him, he's a professional wrestler. He's he's been to Japan for a little bit, Mexico for a couple of years, and in UK for?
UK for...
Year and a half?
Nah, 2 years.
2 years?
Yeah, Mexico 2.5, and then UK 2. Yeah.
Yeah, so, but instead of me talking about him, it'll be good if our guests can talk about himself. So any listeners that might not know who Niwa Pro Wrestling is, just give them a...
You pretty much said it all, man. I started wrestling in New Zealand, and then went overseas, Mexico, UK, and then now I'm back. So I'm just trying to help out the wrestling scene here until I go back to the UK. I don't even know when I'm going to go back to the UK, though. That's the thing. Yeah,
that's crazy, because of the borders and shit.
It's annoying, man.
When do you actually reckon? Because doesn't UK back into lockdown now?
Yeah, well, yeah, they've gone back to this thing where they're like, you can do 6, you only have 6 people in a room or something like that.
Wow. Yeah, what about, including like your household and stuff?
I don't know. Different? I don't know what the
True, that's crazy. Why are their cases picking up again?
Yeah.
What do you think about the pandemic? Do you think it's going to die down, or?
I think it's a pandemic.
Scam down. Bill Gates isn't on today, bro. No, yeah, but what do you actually think about it? Do you reckon? If you think about
I don't know. I think it's just bloody...
The cases are like increasing every day, so I always wonder if we can ever get rid of it. If Bill Gates is going to make that vaccine.
It might just become one of those things that we don't really get rid of. We just figure out how to
like the flu or something,
you know, so...
Yeah.
Who knows, man? But it just sucks because obviously it puts everything on hold and then...
Yeah.
Because
shit. The thing about that was, when's the last time you came back to New Zealand? Oh, when you left, right?
Well, yeah, when I left. So I was living in Auckland, 2016, January. I think I left. I think it was like January 23rd or something.
Oh yeah.
January 23rd.
Because we came up. So Auckland, remember?
Yeah.
A couple of days before you left, we went to Rainbow's End.
True.
Sky Tower.
Yeah. And then and then I think I left a couple of days after you guys. I think you guys left, and then I left 2 days after that or something. So, but yeah, man, shit. It's been a lot bloody crazy.
And it's been a quick 6 months, eh?
Yeah, quick 6 months, but quick 5 years too.
Yeah,
overseas and shit. So.
Sure. Because we came over end of 2017 at New Year's in Mexico. That's
true.
So that was the last time I saw you.
Oh yeah. So what was it?
So you left, started 2016, and then
you come in 2017, was it?
Yeah. So we done Christmas and New
York. No, it was 2018. End of 2017, started 2018. Yeah.
So we left about January 20th, 2018 to come back to New Zealand.
Shit.
Yeah. So and that's been crazy. And what's been like?
Oh, that's right. Because I remember you said for my birthday, and that.
That's right. What do we do? Anything?
I can't remember, to be honest. I can't even remember the last. Fuck, what?
I remember the last time I seen you was at that restaurant, because remember you didn't come to the airport to say goodbye.
I woke up too late, eh?
Yeah, that's right.
I didn't come to say goodbye to you guys at the airport. That's classic me, though, eh?
We go all the way to Mexico to see Niwa. And we're at the airport getting ready to fly back to New Zealand and ring him up. Oh, I was asleep. If you know Niwa, you know that.
Yeah, you know that's just me to a T. But no, that was funny, yeah, because I remember I woke up late. Yeah. And then I realized, like, oh shit, I gotta be at the airport. And like an hour. You guys are leaving in an hour.
Yeah.
So you probably already through the fucking customs and shit. But
yeah, that's funny.
That's honestly just me, eh?
Yeah, it was like, oh, not even surprised. I remember the first.
I guarantee you guys weren't even really that like angry, really. It was probably just like, oh, that's Niwa.
Actually was.
Were you angry?
Nah, I wasn't. It was more so Mum, because obviously she was just a bit annoyed that we had to, because when we said goodbye the night before,
yeah,
I was at that restaurant after your show, and it wasn't really like a goodbye, we'll see you in a few years. Okay. It was a goodbye, see you tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
And so Mum was like she was just a bit.
Well, she's probably upset. I mean, I understand as well. I mean,
yeah.
Shit.
But that was neat. We laugh at it.
Yeah,
now.
like, I mean, I'm not that bad anymore. I was pretty young then though, so. But I feel like I grew up more in England and stuff.
Yeah. Well, that's when you first changed your name and stuff, eh? Because of the different scenes.
Well, yeah, but not even in wrestling though. I mean, I'm just in general, you know. I think in England was where I like grew up. Because like Mexico was good. Yeah. It's the first experience in that overseas, but I was still like a kid, you know.
Yeah.
So I went out there and like I was still nervous and shy and stuff to talk to people, and then that's when I sort of developed more like social skills, I guess. And then England is where I like definitely grew.
When you went to Mexico, is that when you really first started doing like media stuff? Like
yeah. So just like I was saying to you earlier. When we were talking downstairs, that I was on Fox Sports and stuff,
like
crazy. Doing interviews on TV, and like I don't know, I just wasn't used to that obviously because we're not doing that shit in Auckland, you know what I mean?
That's
You're
crazy.
Not promoting shit like that out of a Tony, brother.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, so
Tony Sports News.
It was crazy. It was like we were talking earlier. You kind of just like freeze a bit, or you just forget certain shit. You just forget lines because you're nervous, man. So I was being on TV, and I remember I went on this one TV show too. Yeah. And like it was like a round table type thing, like a sports show. Yeah. And I was sitting on one of the seats and shit, and I was in my wrestling gear too, just undies, fucking wrestling boots, and a t-shirt on. I had just like a t-shirt that had like that was promoting one of the shows. Yeah. And it was weird, man. I was there with another wrestler. But it was just because I didn't really speak good as Spanish, you know?
True, yeah.
And they don't speak English, really.
Yeah.
They might know a couple words, but they're usually just fucking inappropriate words.
Yeah.
They're not like anything that I value, so...
Swear words and shit.
Exactly. So, I'd be on that show, and I'd be like... They'll be asking me questions, and obviously it's already hard in English for me to do it. Like, I was just shy and nervous before. I'm not now, I don't really care about that sort of stuff, but back then it was like... Yeah, man, real shy, and then they asked me in Spanish, which makes it even harder, you know?
Sure, yeah.
Because you're already nervous, and then you got to think about what the word is in Spanish.
Yeah. Did you ever do like media training? Because I know that like in the NBA, when you first go, they take you through media training and
I think
what
they do
to
that
expect
in WWE and stuff like that. But I've never done it. No.
Yeah.
So I just learn on the job. Yeah. Kind of the same with wrestling though. Like you just get thrown out there into the ring, and then you just got to learn on the job type thing. You can only really learn on the job. You can learn a certain amount of wrestling training, but you need to be in front of people wrestling.
Doing it, eh?
Yeah, you have to get like those reps in on that.
Yeah. Well, that's like with me, like the little bits of public speaking and stuff I've been doing this year. Like I can practice my words in here or my script or my speech or whatever. Yeah. But you actually really learn when you're in front of people.
Oh, hard out. Obviously. And it's the same with even basketball. You learn you do a certain amount when you're shooting hoops by yourself in the court. Yeah. But you need to be like playing against people. You know?
Yeah. Competition and shit, eh? Yeah. Real life situation.
Exactly.
So you talked about being back, obviously first time in four and a bit, or just over
4. Yeah, almost 5 years.
Almost 5 years. What's it like being back? Obviously.
When I first got back, it kind of like. Not that it sucked to be home, it was just, it sucked being away from wrestling.
Yeah. So, especially because it happened so quick, right?
Yeah, exactly. So like 1 week I'm wrestling, I think it might have been 3 times that week, which is pretty good. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. And then the next week I'm flying back here and there's no wrestling at all.
Yeah.
And then I didn't get to wrestle until, so when did I get here? March.
Yeah.
So the end of March, I didn't wrestle until August. That's a long time off wrestling,
that's a long time, yeah.
But the one good thing about it though, for me, is that I've been able to spend a lot of time in the gym, and I put on a lot of size since my back too.
Yeah. And another thing too, we talked about, another good thing is like your body. I think we talked about it. You're 27 now, been wrestling since what? 14?
13 I started training, and then 14
think about all like since you've been wrestling, all the bumps on the canvas and stuff like that, and all the hits. Your body's probably thanking you for this wrestling.
Hard up, yeah, for sure. And it's probably like it's helped me with my gym as well. Like I can just lift a bit heavier and stuff now because I'm not sore.
Yeah, true.
So
recovery
I don't know if the true test, I guess, will be when I get back to wrestling full time. If I'll be able to keep up the heavy weights, because at the moment I'm like lifting real heavy.
Yeah.
Like
true.
I've just been trying to lift as heavy as I can for reps.
Why not? While you're back.
Exactly. I've got all that time to do it, and I got time to sleep. A lot.
True. Yeah.
So that's obviously good for recovery.
Yeah.
And then I just got the time to eat a lot because I eat a lot. You know? So
because that's always eating.
Yeah.
We went to it was our mum's birthday 2 weeks ago. We went to a Turkish restaurant.
Yeah.
And no one. There was a few people that didn't finish all their meals, and Niwa cleaned it all up. And one of our cousins, one day, we was saying that Niwa didn't even need to buy a meal. He could have just finished it.
Probably could have, man. I probably could have, but
he ate his own.
That's what you got to do though. Sometimes, you know, you just got to push it, because I'd rather eat a little bit too much than not enough, because there is obviously you need to eat a certain amount to repair your muscles and get bigger and stuff, but
don't lose mass.
Yeah. Well, you know what I used to be like. Yeah, I was the worst,
Yeah, remember that one Christmas?
I was like what, probably like 18, 19.
Yeah.
And I was like obsessed with getting big.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't eat a single thing off my diet, and I wouldn't join in any cardio. We would just play rugby as a family, and I'd be like, no, I can't play. I'll burn fucking calories or something.
That's right. That one Christmas we were at Wise Park in Whānau, and we'll play Bull Rush, and Niwa sat out because he was like, I don't want to play. I don't want to lose any mass. Yeah, that's right. I want to lose mass.
I was obsessed with that word mass.
Yeah.
I remember that was my word. But remember, I was like, that started me off though. Back then. I'm glad I was like that back then, because
discipline.
It was like a necessary time to be like that. Well, I wouldn't be like that now, never again, because it's stressful.
Still real disciplined, because think about it during the week, it's the weekend right now, and this is your time. Usually you treat yourself, but during the week you're real strict there.
You're real strict.
Nothing off the thing.
Nothing off it, and it's it's quite easy for me too. It's very easy for me to just eat clean and just hit all my meals. I don't miss a single meal, you know.
Think about
I have to get the meal in. It doesn't matter what the fuck's happening. So
even if it's real full, just get it in.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be full anyway. I usually space them out every 2 or 3 hours or whatever. So, and I'm usually hungry.
How long have you been eating? Think about the years you've been eating chicken and rice.
That exact stuff, for a long time. So.
But you don't get sick of it,
Nah, I don't really get sick of it, because you can always change it with spices and shit on meat.
Different toppings and stuff,
Yeah, because even in Mexico, same. England, the same. I've just been eating the same foods. And that's just the thing with anything. It's just consistency. The gym as well. I've been doing the same. I've been squatting my entire lifting career.
True, yeah.
And you know what I mean. You still get better every time. Yeah. So it's the same with food. You can eat the same foods and still get better, you know. But it's just easier for me to just eat the same things. Just to stick to it a bit more. I used to do that one where you try and fit your macros or whatever. You can fit in a piece of cake or something. Your carbs
try to work around it or whatever,
Yeah, I did that. If it fits your macros is what it's called.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I just found myself kind of just being lazy and being like, oh fuck, I'll just have this today. It'll be cereal or something.
Yeah. And what have you ever thought about because obviously I was plant-based for a few months, 6 months, and have you ever thought about something like that or no?
Plant-based?
Yeah, or just any diet.
Never thought about
vegetarian
being
or
But I
carnivore.
I know people that are plant-based, like you, all quite a lot of friends in the UK and stuff.
Yeah. Well, that's right, because remember they were trying to get you on it, when you're over there.
Yeah, well, they always suggest to do it, and I was just nah, man, I'm not really into that. But
I've never even crossed my mind, even a carnivore, that's only animal.
No, not really. I've never had fad diets. Have never gone into my mind really, because I just learned early on what I should eat, and when I first started working out, I wasn't I didn't count calories or anything like I do now.
You just ate.
I just ate good. As best as I thought I could anyway. I kind of just ate as much as I could, really.
Yeah.
And I'd just read stuff online. I remember I read that Arnold Schwarzenegger would drink 10 raw egg whites.
Yeah.
So I just
started doing it.
Yeah, I'd crack them, get the yolk out, put them to the cup. Honestly, it tastes like shit. Yeah. Tastes like the worst.
And how often would you do that?
Sometimes when I want to have protein powder.
Yeah.
I just do that instead.
Do you reckon you
that's what you do, man. When you want to be as good best as you can be, you just do whatever it takes.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
And it's cool you said that too, because learn from people too, Because I remember I used to love Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
And I remember my dad told me one time that Bruce Lee used to put raw steak, a full steak in his smoothies.
Oh,
and he used to just blend it up.
Do you know a wrestler called Sting? Do you remember?
Yeah, with the face paint?
Yeah. So he used to do tuna and orange juice. Because it was vitamin C and then protein. He'd do that after a workout. Wow. Tuna and orange juice smoothie.
Some crazy
and I remember thinking I want to try it too. Just because he did it. You know, he's jacked. I want to get jacked too, so I'm going to drink this once and then I'll be massive.
Yeah. He died,
Sting, no.
Oh, okay.
Nah, he got injured like quite badly.
Oh, okay, maybe it was that.
But yeah, no, he's not dead yet.
True. And what about we working at Les Mills, eh?
Where do I work out?
No,
yeah, Les Mills in the hut. Yeah.
And what about since you been back? How was it like? Because obviously we were in level 4, level 3 for
quite a long time, eh?
Yeah, and so no gyms.
Yeah.
Was that alright?
Yeah,
because obviously you ran out of weights for a bit, eh?
Yeah, like
too light.
There wasn't enough weights here, but then it actually kind of worked out though. Like I just did more reps with like weights that I wouldn't usually do. Like we only went to 140 right on the weights, so I'd just like squat and I'd do like maybe 15 reps with 140. You know?
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that now because I'm trying to build strength and stuff, but like.
But that's what you had.
That was just all I had, so I just had to do the most I could with the most.
And at the start, wasn't it only 100? Yeah, we got that extra 20.
That's right. Yeah, it was 100 for a bit. We got 2 extra 20 plates. Eh?
Yeah.
True.
And what about like? Obviously, I know what your living situation's been since you've been back. How was it like sharing a room with your little sister and older sister for a bit, and then Paul, obviously, your dad came too.
Yeah. It was crazy, man. Like, because I've been away, obviously, so.
Kind of straight back, yeah. It would have been short turnaround, eh? Because I remember.
Yeah, because it was packed here at one point.
Yeah, right at the start. Me,
lockdown,
you, Paul, your dad.
Exactly.
Kai came.
Yeah.
It was packed day. But what about like because obviously Mariah had her article talking about coming back. How it's tough for people to obviously gone so long.
Yeah.
Was it alright like mentally?
Nah. Well, I wouldn't say it was the worst. Like I'm not gonna sit here and like complain about it or anything.
Yeah.
But it was just like. Some days, and even still now, like some days I'm still a little bit down about it, you know?
Yeah. What, down about the fact that you're not wrestling or not?
Yeah,
over
I think that's mostly it, yeah. Just like not wrestling, and then obviously when you got so much more spare time, you just think about anything, really. True. Just random stuff pops up that you wouldn't usually think about.
Yeah.
And that
so much
pops
time,
up.
eh?
Yeah, exactly, you got so much time on your hands. Because even when I'm at the gym sometimes, I'll just like, I don't know, I'll be thinking like, what the hell am I doing? Like, I don't know, I'm just working out for no reason, which it's not that it's no reason, because it's for a reason, obviously. But it's just, I don't know, before it was, okay, I'm working out for wrestling.
Yeah.
Now it's like, well, obviously I want to get in better shape and shit, but I don't know.
If you think about it, it's like, you're working out for like the long run. Because I used to think the same too.
100%.
With my rehab too, like, oh man, I'm, like, well, my rehab was going to be like a 12-month for my knee, and I'm like, wow, why am I bloody working out for like a year and a half in advance? But it's crazy. I didn't know.
It works, sets you up, man.
Yeah, for sure. And then like
all the work I did when I was young set me up for now.
Yeah.
If I didn't do those then, I started training at let's say 25.
Yeah.
I'd be miles behind.
And think about like the photos that we have from back in the day, where like we used to think you were huge.
Yeah.
And then you look now, they look scrawny.
Everyone thought I was big back then. I was only about 95 kilos.
Yeah.
I looked pretty decent, I guess, for that age and that. Like, I was pretty young, so. But yeah, I remember when I was like 18, 19, and I was quite strong. Like,
yeah. What were you benching?
Benching? Oh, I would do incline 120, you know, when I was like 18, 19.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, I was always quite naturally strong, I think. It just came real easy.
Yeah.
Especially when I'm eating a lot. That's when I get real strong, and like, I'm not too worried about my weight as much. Like, that's when I get real fucking strong. When I was in like a cutting phase or whatever, it was hard to
maintain the strength, right?
Keep strength, yeah.
Well, that's what you do now. You go down slowly, eh?
Yeah. Like right now, I'm going down a little bit, but it's weird though. I'm not really like dropping any weight, which is good because I want to stay like I'm about 113, 115 kilos.
Yeah.
And then I want to stay that weight, but I just want to look better.
Yeah.
So which is good because I feel like I am looking a little bit better.
Yeah.
And then the weight's not changing, which is good.
When you talked about like obviously your body and like transformations, because obviously I've known you. You were there when Neil was like the first ever person to see me alive.
Literally. I was there with my gumboots on, apron, gloves.
And he didn't know. My mum didn't tell him he was getting a younger brother, so he didn't know it was going to be a boy. And obviously my head came out first, and Neil said, "I can see his head."
Yeah,
so he just knew I was going to be a boy.
So that's when you knew I was a magician, brother.
Yeah, brother. And now look at us, brother.
Yeah,
21 years later.
Exactly. Honestly, it's weird, man, to see that. Actually,
that's my 21st in 4 weeks from today.
Yeah, I know. It's weird that you're 21 because, like I said, I was there when you were born.
Yeah.
And then I was there when you started walking too. The day you started walking.
Oh, real?
Yeah. Me and Mum were doing it. So it was like me and Mum were like cheering you on, like come on, whatever, and then you just like walk towards us.
Yeah.
And then like you just kept doing it and falling over, and then eventually you just started walking.
Damn, that's crazy.
And we were honestly like happy as fuck.
So that's cute, eh?
We were screaming. We couldn't believe it. Seriously.
That's so
crazy.
Like,
so then that's why I think I like kids a lot, because I always had like I was always looking after you or Mariah as well.
Sure, yeah.
So
I love babies.
Yeah, I do love babies, man. I just love kids.
No, but
I've always wanted to have kids, you know.
Yeah, hard. True. And like, I didn't even know it was like that. I didn't even know it was like you like helping mum babysit and stuff.
Yeah. All the time. I used to feed you and that.
Shit.
Change your nappies.
Speaking about the nappy, what's that story of you when you were young? You eat your own shit or something?
Nah, that's bullshit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, they would tell. Oh, I thought you ate your own shit.
Nah, I didn't eat my own shit.
You took off your nappy or something, eh?
Yeah, something like that.
But talking about mum, like how important has, obviously real important, but to you, like how important has mum been on your whole journey? Like obviously.
Oh, honestly, like without mum, I wouldn't be where I am. I think.
Yeah.
For a lot of reasons, like, because remember when this is gonna be like a long story, but when I got robbed in Mexico.
Yeah.
So I got robbed. I'll tell the short version, kind of. So I was just chilling in my apartment one night, and then, all of a sudden the door just flies open, and like 4 dudes come with knives.
You can tell the long version, or about how he knocked on the window or whatever, and then you looked. Like we got time if you want to tell the like. Up to you.
Let's go short version, because I don't want to drag it on. So so they bust through the door. They all got knives, and I'm like, oh fuck, well I'm not going to fight 4 people with knives. What's the fucking point? There honestly there's no point. So I was like, oh fuck it, they can just take whatever they want. I was like, just take it, and they were like, they didn't speak any English. I didn't speak any Spanish at all because it was 3 months into living there. So I'm just lying there or whatever. The door flies open. They come in. They take what they want, but then for some fucking reason, I guess it's so I couldn't like come from behind or something or chase them or whatever. They just like tied me up. So they tied my fucking feet up, tied my hands up, and I'm just like, oh fuck. I wasn't like, to be honest, I was a little bit worried and like scared, but it wasn't. I'm not trying to be tough or anything. I just wasn't like super worried, you know.
Probably maybe a bit of shock too. Eh?
Yeah, I think I might have been shocked, man. Like, I didn't realize it was happening. Or, like I just thought like, fuck, this shit won't happen to me. Like this just happens in movies and like. To other people, wouldn't it never happen to me? And then it happened. It was weird.
Yeah. It's crazy.
It's one of those things, man.
And so what? You had to get out yourself, like?
So with the hands, it was a shoelace, and I just kind of stretched it with my forearms and fucking, and then got my hands free. But there was like heaps of marks on my arms. So I was pulling quite hard, you know. And then obviously just untied my feet, and they left like this backpack that had nothing in it. And
what about your passport too?
Oh yeah, so my passport and my credit card was under the bed.
Yo.
Yeah, so that was me.
So that's lucky, eh?
Yeah, hard out.
And that is kind of shit you see in movies, eh?
Yeah,
like,
and then,
honestly,
and so like I said, the backpack. So I put the passport and the credit card in the backpack, and then there was a box of porridge, chocolate chip oatmeal that was like there that I hadn't opened. So I put that in the backpack. So that was my only food. And I think there might have been like maybe like something else. I can't remember what the hell it was. Maybe some clothes or something. But I left a lot of clothes there actually. I never went back to that house either. But yeah, I left a lot of clothes there, packed everything into that bag, and then went outside the room. Yeah. And the neighbour was coming in because you have to get this key to get out of this gate at that house. It was weird. But and they took the keys because they were in my suitcase. True. So
you couldn't get out.
Yeah, I couldn't get out. So I was like, I went to the neighbour and I was like, trying to tell him I got robbed without speaking Spanish. And he spoke like the tiniest bit of English, and he didn't believe me that I got robbed. Yeah. And, really? And I asked him for some money to get the train. Yeah. And he didn't give me any money, and I was like, oh fuck. And then like, I was standing outside, and I was like, well, how the fuck am I gonna get out of here now? Yeah. And then I just knocked on his door and asked if he could unlock, and he did. He did. Yeah. And then I just left and went to the train station. The police were there, and I just asked them kind of in Spanish and English. If they could let me on the train for free, and they he was just like shrugged his shoulders and he just like, yeah, okay, then go. Shit, that's lucky. Went to my mate's. He's living at this Japanese hostel. He was a Japanese wrestler. Him and his tag team partner, they wrestle in New Japan right now.
Wait, that wasn't that guy that you tag teamed, were they? Who was that guy from Japan?
No. That was Okamura. So
what about because obviously did they take your phone and stuff?
Yeah, I had an iPhone. So that's what I was on, I think. I was on my iPhone. It was on charge or some shit. And then there was my iPad was on charge too. So I had both things on charge. Yeah. It was probably at like 10 o'clock at night or something. Yeah. But yeah. That's crazy, scary, man. It's quite crazy, yeah.
And so what, like...
But it was just, the only reason it happened was because I didn't know Mexico City that well. Yeah. And I was quite comfortable there in the first 2 months because I was living in the hostel, which is right in the centre. Yeah. So I was thinking like, this place isn't even that dangerous, man. I'm just going to go anywhere. So I went to the outskirts and lived there for a
Oh,
little bit,
yeah.
which was like quite
And you reckon it
dangerous.
was your landlord that set you up, eh?
Yeah, I think it was my landlord. Because I was only living there 3 days, man, and my shit got robbed.
Oh, so you were in Mexico City for 3 months at the time, but in that place for 3 days.
Yeah. So for 3 months total in Mexico City, but yeah, 3 days in the apartment.
And you handed him your iPad or something, and so you reckon he targeted you because obviously...
Oh yeah, no, I gave my roommate the iPad, and then he went to the landlord to get the Wi-Fi password, but like the landlord, they must have been talking about like, because he took ages to get the Wi-Fi password too.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, this is weird, man. But then maybe they were just like talking about it, like, oh, maybe it was robbing or something. But I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe it happened, maybe it didn't. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really matter. I mean, not anything that it doesn't affect me now. Or anything like that.
Yeah.
No, like a few people have asked me, they're like, oh, that must have been like traumatizing or something. It honestly wasn't really like.
Well, what about, did it change your your perspective or your view, or like how cautious you were from there on in Mexico?
To be honest, not really. Hard out. Because I never wanted it to affect me, man. I didn't want it to like ruin my time there.
Wrestling and stuff.
And then hold back on certain things. So I still did everything that I was going to do anyway. Like went out, drinking and like, or whatever, you know. Just
So what about...
I wouldn't like, and like times after that, I got into like other situations too, like where I was so broke at one point, I wasn't making any money at the time.
Yeah.
Like, well, not good money anyway. I was wrestling like, it wasn't
Just
before,
enough to
it was before CMLL.
Yeah.
So like, they'd drop me off in town sometimes, and I'd have to walk like 2 hours home.
Shit.
But it was at like 3 a.m.
Wow.
Mexico City, and the city's empty.
Yeah.
But there's like still like homeless people or like druggies walking around and stuff, you know.
It's crazy. You just didn't have enough money to...
Didn't have enough money to get a taxi, so I just fucking walked.
Shit.
Yeah.
What was that like? Obviously, because we talk about, you're a big eater, lots of food. What was it like for food-wise and stuff?
When I didn't have money?
Money, yeah.
Oh, the worst. So like, yeah, there was times where I didn't have money, and like, it was just there was a weird time there where it was real shit for me.
Yeah.
Like, the wrestling there wasn't a lot of wrestling at that time. You just go ups and downs in wrestling. Like sometimes you're wrestling, I don't know, 10 times a week.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're wrestling twice a week.
And you were at a smaller company then too, eh?
Nah, this one was even CMLL. It was just like a dry spell for me. Like,
yeah.
There wasn't much happening for me.
True.
And then so I wasn't making money, and also like I got food poisoning, so I couldn't wrestle. And it was
it was a tough time.
Yeah, exactly. It was just tough. So I'd just be lying on the couch pretty much every day. I didn't even go to the gym for like a few days, like which for me is quite bad. You know?
Yeah.
Like for most people, that might just be saying, "Oh, like a few days, whatever." But like for me, that's when you know like something's up.
So what was
Either I'm really injured or I'm just like feeling like shit.
And was that, do you reckon, was the feeling like shit because you were wrestling or because of financial like troubles, or?
It was the financial stuff. Oh, and the wrestling too, because I was there to wrestle, you know?
Yeah.
So I wanted to be wrestling as much as possible. Like if I could wrestle every night, I would.
Yeah.
100%. Twice on fucking every night if I want. But, nah, but seriously, like, so yeah, so it was the financial stuff.
Yeah.
So
no money, and then obviously
no money, no food, obviously. So there was like times where I think it was probably about let's say a 2-week stretch. Every day for 2 weeks, I was living off just a bag of rice, and like there was some sugar there too, so I'd add sugar to the rice sometimes to make it sweet.
Yeah.
And then for water, I couldn't. It was either buy food or buy water, and I was like, I'll buy food, and then I'll use, because you're not supposed to use tap water in Mexico. Yeah. So I get the tap water, put it into the jug, or the kettle, boil it, and then chuck that water into a water bottle, and then have to put it in the fridge.
Yeah. Wow.
And that's how I drank water for like a little bit. Yeah.
That's straight up.
That's ghetto, brother.
Because I remember when we came to Mexico, and remember we got there on like the 28th, and during New Year's I was sick with food poisoning because I bought water from a shop. Oh, but then when I thought back on it, because I was like, where did I get sick? And I thought back on it, and the seal for the bottle was already cracked, so I reckon they probably just filled it up with tap water.
Probably, man. Probably. I think that's quite a normal thing. Well, sometimes they would do, at restaurants and stuff, they have ice cubes, but they just use tap water for the ice cubes, you know?
Yeah,
and then you get like sick from that or something.
True, yeah, because they'd be like, real polluted and stuff.
Yeah, hard out. Yeah. But the streets are crazy there. Like I was saying, when I walked back at 3 a.m. or whatever, there'll be like swarms of rats.
Ooh.
Yeah, like, but I'm talking like, you think these are cats, bro. I'm not kidding, man. You think these are cats.
Marsupials.
I'm not even kidding. You think you're like, oh, there's a cat over there, and then there's like 7 of them or something, and they run past your foot, and you're like, oh shit.
Holy shit. That ain't no cats, brother.
No, that ain't a cat, brother. That shit will bite your toe off, man.
Holy shit. Everyone's just running around.
Yeah.
And so, fuck. And what about that, what's that story, what was that time you went to that wrestling show, and you were going to be like, you arrived just as you were wrestling or something? You had to catch a bus ages away.
I had a few times like that in Mexico, because Mexico's huge.
Yeah.
So, holy shit, man, you're like... Or there was one time, so I went to a show that was way out in like the desert, kind of.
Yeah.
It was literally like, the show was almost on sand, kind of.
Shit.
And like, there was just chairs. There was
Was it
outside
outdoors?
too.
Oh, yeah.
And I got there, showed up, but I got there quite late, man. I showed up like, maybe there was like 3 matches in, and my match was 5th or something. So there was like 2 matches until mine. So I show up, whatever, get ready, pretty much chuck my stuff on. I realised I forgot my knee pads.
Shit.
So that was already shit for that day.
Yeah.
I was like, oh damn, and I had to borrow someone else's, which I hate doing.
Yeah.
And then did the match, was alright, whatever, just a basic match. It's weird that I remember this day clearly though, because I don't remember a lot of shit.
True.
Yeah, I remember this one real clearly.
So, especially my birthday, brother.
Nah, but so yeah, I get back, whatever. I don't even think I got changed. I think I just chucked some shorts over the top of my wrestling undies and just chucked the hoodie on or something.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, I need to get out of here because I got a show at 5 in Mexico City.
Yeah.
So I got to get back to Mexico City, which is I think it was about 2 hours away.
True. Shit.
But I think it might have been maybe 2 at this time. So I got enough time.
A few hours.
But we like go outside and the bus isn't running that day. We're like, oh shit. So how are we gonna get there?
Yeah.
And then we like went out to the street, like waving down taxis, and then we finally found a taxi and like, holy shit, man, like, I think it was like, I don't even know what it would be in New Zealand dollars, but it was a lot of money,
yeah.
You know?
Well, how long's the ride? 2 hours?
2 hours.
Shit,
that's
2 hour taxi
Well, but like
ride.
in Mexico though, like...
But cheaper, eh?
Yeah, taxis and stuff are cheaper. Stuff like that's cheaper there. But like,
It's still there
we
for
were
a while.
worried, you know?
Yeah.
So we just had to pay it or whatever, and we got back there and it wasn't enough time because there was so much traffic.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so I missed it.
So you missed the whole show?
Missed the whole show.
Shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they were like quite angry too.
How many different places did you stay? Because obviously I came to that little, I don't even know what to call it, bro, room where you stayed when we came in. There was on the paint cans with a door on the paint cans as the table, bro.
Yeah, what was
I don't want to say house. No, it's just how many different like places did you stay? You stayed in the hostel at the start, eh?
So yeah, hostel, the place I got robbed, the Japanese pension, which is like a hostel.
Oh yeah.
Japanese hostel. From there I moved into an apartment with Jorge, my good mate. And then from there, moved into that house that we knew were there, and then one more after that.
Yeah.
So fuck, like 7 or something, or 8. But,
and how long were you there? 2 and a bit years?
2.5 years. So I was bouncing around and shit, man. It was mean. It was like, when you think about it, I was 23.
Yeah.
Think about you in 2 years just moving to a country where like you don't know the language.
Yeah, I know. Complete foreign.
Yeah, exactly. So
and like, you have to go through those challenges too, eh? Like man, think
some
about
of that stuff's hard, like the eating thing. At the time,
but
it's
like
hard.
the money
but
too.
when you look back, it's just a story, and it's like it's stuff that makes you learn.
And like, look where you are now. Like,
exactly.
You made it out of all of that. You made it.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. I'm not like, I wouldn't say I'm successful right now. You know what I mean? But
yeah, but I mean, at the time, some people might think when they're going through that stuff, like, oh shit, when's the stuff going to end or whatever. Yeah. But like, if you look at it, like, it's just a story now. You're just telling it.
Yeah, that's true. It's true.
How long did it take?
I'm sure I'll still have some of those things as well, man. Like,
yeah,
because I'm not.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, I'm making a living wrestling, right? Some weeks is really good, some weeks it's not. But I'm not making. It's not like really comfortable at the moment, you know.
Yeah.
But so I think there probably will be still some times now, you know, when I'll struggle and stuff too, which is good.
Yeah.
I want to learn as much as I can, you know.
100%, and that's what I reckon. That's where our biggest lessons are too. Because I like with my injury and stuff, I'm like real positive now, but I'll hopefully not. Like, if it'll be ideal if it didn't, but I know there's going to be other injuries too.
Yeah,
and, like,
exactly.
It's just inevitable. Like,
yeah.
Really, but.
Well, I'd be the same if I got injured like you did.
Yeah.
I'd be crying my eyes out, man.
Yeah.
It's
crazy.
Shit, that's like, well, like a really big one. Anyway.
Well,
I've had a lot of minor ones.
Yeah.
But I've only had one like, it wasn't even really major. It was like 3 weeks. Yeah, 3 weeks off wrestling. That was it. And I dislocated my shoulder.
In the ring, eh?
Yeah, I jumped off the top rope. It was like the first like 2 minutes of a match, maybe.
Yeah.
Jumped off the top rope. This guy, he was a big dude. He was like, I don't know, maybe 6'6", maybe.
Yeah, shit.
Big dude, yeah. So I like drop kicked him off the top rope, and like come down, and I land on my elbows.
Yeah.
And my left shoulder just popped out the front. Ooh. And I was just lying there, and I couldn't figure out what was going on. I was like, it just felt weird, man. It didn't really hurt. It just felt weird.
Yeah.
And I rolled onto my stomach, and it just popped back in.
Shit.
And then we still had like another 15 minutes of the match, so I just wrestled, but it was quite sore at the time.
Could you like lift them up and shit?
Nah, not really. I knew I dislocated it though. Once I popped back in, I was like, oh, that must have just popped back in, and then I realised that I dislocated it. But
go physio and stuff?
Yeah. So I went to the hospital that night.
Was this in the UK?
Nah, in Auckland.
Oh, in Auckland. Oh,
yeah,
shit.
Before. So I never got hurt overseas at all.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so I did that. Went to the hospital, and then just went to physio every day. Or not every day, but a couple of days a week or whatever for like 2 weeks maybe, and just like I remember I could even benching the bar hurt.
Yeah, true shit.
The bar's 20 kilos, and that shit hurt. You have to
strip it right back.
Yeah, strip it right back. But it went back quite quickly though. But yeah, I never got hurt overseas or anything, which was good. Just little things like sometimes I dive out the ring or whatever, hurt my ass or something. Or
just little. That was like me too. Little minor thing like sprained ankle. That's a common thing in basketball, and then so. Because like with you...
how's it doing right now anyway?
Ankle? Yeah, it's mean as.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, like, it's not fully there yet, but... Because remember when I went to the nurse and I was like, I was actually pretty positive, I reckon. Like, the knee probably prepared me well for it, but the nurse said 6 months recovery, and I was like, wow, what the hell? And then I went to see my physio and he's like, 4 to 6 weeks. I was like, safe, yeah. Not that long at all.
Hey.
Oh, yeah.
So,
how long did it... Because I didn't even know this. How long was it before you wrestled for CMLL?
Oh, yeah, so... I'll get into another little story again.
That's the best part, buddy.
Yeah. So, 2016, 23rd of January, I think. Oh, no, maybe 29th or something like that. And then I just turned 23, go to Mexico. Yeah. And like I contacted some wrestling companies there, and like only really one got back to me. These are the first guys that helped me out when I got there and stuff. They were real good to me.
Oh, wait, so you went over with
no plan or anything. No, like I had 2 shows booked, and that was it.
Oh, shit.
Damn, 2 shows. Crazy. And 6 months to make something happen.
Damn, I thought you had a contract.
All I had was a 6-month holiday visa, right?
Yeah, shit.
6 months.
Right.
And 2 shows booked, and that's it. Those 2 shows, they're running on the day I land. So I land in Mexico City, and like just before I got on the plane, the guy that like sorted the whole thing out was just like, my mate Edwin's gonna pick you up. And I was like, okay, so what did he look like? And he didn't really like have a photo or anything of him. So,
just the very
so I just show up, and then I'm like, shit, who looks like an Edwin here? No one looks like a fucking Edwin here, bro. And then so I'm looking around and shit, and then like some guy just kind of waves me out. He must. I mean, I look quite different. I think.
Yeah. Well, maybe not Hispanic.
Nah, but I think I just look anywhere really. Like if I go to England, I look different. You know, like. I think people just kind of notice me or something, but he waves me out, and then like we go and get the bus, and so I had 3 shows booked. Sorry, so the first show was supposed to be on this night, so we go and get a bus from the airport. So I didn't even I've just done like 38 hours of traveling, and then I'm straight onto a bus. I didn't even get to see any in Mexico. Straight onto a bus for 3 hours to this place called Querétaro. Yeah, and then we got there and it was too late. Like
real?
Yeah, we got to the bus station in Querétaro. And then got a taxi from there to like the arena, and the show had finished.
Oh wow!
So I missed the first show, and they were packing up the ring and stuff. I met all the wrestlers and like the promoter and stuff.
Yeah,
and then what's that?
No, sorry, I was going to say, did you know any Spanish at all?
No Spanish at all, just hola, and that's it.
Oh shit!
Yeah, hola, adios, and then that's about it, brother. But
learn as you go, brother.
Yeah, honestly, that's how it was. But it took ages for me, like, because I said I was shy. It just took a while to pick it up and shit, you know, because you always feel like. There were people judging you for speaking different languages.
I feel exactly like that with our language, Te Reo Māori. Like, bro, I feel like if I'm going to try to say something in Māori in front of someone and they're just going to, what's this guy, his pronunciation's off or something like that, I always think people are going to mock me.
Well, it's the same with any language, Same with me in Mexico, I always thought like, oh shit, these guys are probably laughing at me or something. Yeah. And sometimes you would get laughed at. That's the thing. That was the one that would pull you back and you're like, I don't want to do this again because these guys are laughing at me.
Yeah.
But then, like, right now, I wouldn't care, though, that's the thing. Exactly. But anyway, the story, so, get to the thing, missed that first show, and then I go with the promoter, because all the wrestlers go into the wrestling bus, but there was no room in there, so I went with the promoter. We caught a bus overnight to a place called Guadalajara, and we went there. We got there at maybe like 7 a.m. So I haven't really seen much, man. It's been nighttime. I saw the arena, which was like nothing special. It was just like quite an old building. It looked really cool, but it wasn't like anything nice and big or anything. It was like probably like a 5,000 seat arena or something. And then we went from there to Guadalajara, and then it was 7 a.m. or something, and then like we got to the port to the hotel that we were supposed to be staying at, but we're only going to stay there for a few hours, I guess, because the show was later on that day in Guadalajara. And so I get to the hotel, he gives me a room. I'm just like kind of buzzing still though, because I just got to Mexico. I sit on the bus a little bit, but I'm like, fuck, I'm in Mexico, but I want to like go out and see shit. So I was like in the room, I had like a little nap, had a shower, and then I was just like, and I got a knock on my door, and it was like 12 o'clock or something, and they wanted me to go do media. Which was like my first media ever.
Straight away when you get there.
Yeah, straight away. And it was just like me, I was sitting between these two like models. And I'm like 23, man. Like,
nervous?
Shit. Yeah, nervous as hell.
Damn.
2 models next to me, and then like, this guy's just asking me questions and stuff, and I was just like in English obviously, and they just translated on the thing, but
and what was that for, TV? Cool. Was that for...
It was just for an internet show. Yeah.
Dang.
But it was me, and then we went back to the hotel, I chilled out a little bit more, and then we went and got like, they come and got me again, and we went and go get food. So
where did it go from there? Like, because you said you only had 2 shows booked, and so after the second one, what? Did someone pick you up, or like...
that place kept running shows, so I think there was like a test. The first shows were really a test, but like straight away, even after my first match, the guy like loved me.
Oh, true.
Yeah, because he said he just said I looked different, and like, I don't know, I was like...
Obviously with the body, you take it seriously.
Yeah, exactly, my body, and like, he said like the girls will like me in Mexico, which is good for promoters, obviously, because, you know, you want the girls will pay money to see someone that they like or whatever. So, it was a lot of that, and then, it just kept rolling from there, and then sometimes every now and then I pick up another show, or something else, I'd meet someone at a show, and they'd want to book me because I look different, and then one day I was wrestling for that company, DTU, the one that helped me out, and, they had like a CMLL wrestler there, and the promoter said to the CMLL wrestler, "You need to watch him back to me." And I was like, I just like said in whatever Spanish I knew. I was like, pretty much saying like, "Yeah, if you could watch, that'd be good," kind of thing. So he watched the match, and like I did pretty well. Like I did pretty good match. Nothing compared to what I do now, but at the time it was really good. And then I just said to I went to the guy straight away afterwards. Like, the first thing I did, I just made like a fucking beeline for him. And went straight up to him. I was like, "What do you think?" And he was like, "Really good, really good.
Man.
I'll talk to the office for you." And I thought, at the time I was thinking like, he's probably just saying that. Probably not. Because you know what people were like sometimes.
They're not going to be straight up.
Nah. People just say like, "Oh yeah, I'll do it," and then they just never.
Tell you what you want to hear.
So maybe he just like didn't even tell anyone, and then like maybe 2 or 3 weeks later, I get like an email, and it's from him saying, "Meet me at this cafe near," and it's like quite near Arena, Mexico. He's like, "Meet me at this cafe Wednesday at like 10 or something." And then I went and met him. We didn't even eat anything at the cafe. I like sat down. I had like a suit on and stuff.
Bro.
Yeah, I had a suit on.
Tuxedo.
I had a suit on because I was trying to impress them, man. I wanted to impress them hard out. And I had like training gear in the bag as well. But I went to the cafe and I was thinking, we're going to sit here, talk for a bit or something. I got a coffee and stuff, and like I'm halfway through finishing it, and he just like comes up and he's like, "We're going."
Oh, fuck.
And I was like, "Oh, fuck." So I just sculled the coffee. And then... we went to the arena, and I was nervous, man. We went through the office, like the very first time I went to the CMLL office. We went upstairs.
Shit, that's cool.
They talked about visas and stuff, and I was like, in my head, like, fuck, are they going to hire me?
Oh,
before this, sorry, I'll go back to one little point. So, he said he'll talk to someone for me, right? I got into wrestling training, and then, and then that's when I started wrestling training there, So, but like, and then they kept asking me, like, so I started training there. We got to the office. We got the visa and stuff. Started training there. And like the trainings were real hard. But like, it was good though, real good. And they did like a little initiation at the end of your first training.
And what was it?
They like, they get you to go in the ring, and they just like slam you. Like everyone slams you on the whole thing. So they just absolutely destroy you pretty much. Give you like kicks off the top rope and stuff. I was like real gassed and like, quite sore too. And at the end, they hold you down. And then one of the wrestlers pulls his pants down and like sticks his ass in your face.
Are you serious?
I'm not even kidding. Yeah.
Like
that was the happiest I've ever been to have ass in my face.
Rikishi having ass.
Yeah, because I made it through, you know. Like,
true.
That's why I was happy. Yeah, exactly.
Join the gang. And so what? From then on, so wait, a lot of people probably don't know what CMLL is. How big of a deal is that, like in Mexico?
Oh, in Mexico, that's like, I would say it's more like a WWE type thing. It's like traditional. Wrestling for that country, you know, for Mexico.
It's big time, eh?
Yeah,
that's like, the company.
There's AAA and CMLL.
Oh, true.
The 2 big companies, they're like the rivals, you know, but CMLL is like, it's more like a classic, like, people, it's been around for so many years, you know, it's been around for 80-something years.
Like
the longest running wrestling company in the world.
True. And so how long was it before? So you got there in January and then...
Got there in January and then I started training in like March maybe. And then training at Arena Mexico. And then I got like the visa and that like at the start of July, which is like
True.
a couple of weeks before I was supposed to leave.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember thinking when I wasn't with CMLO and they weren't picking me up or anything, because I was just training week in, week out, and like it felt like I wasn't really going anywhere, you know.
Yeah.
And like even though it had only been a couple of months, I was just like I've only got a couple of months.
Yeah.
So I was thinking even just going back to the States for like a day and then flying back into Mexico to renew the 6 months.
Oh,
again,
yeah, true.
Yeah, but lucky.
But, and so with the visa, what they flew you to Miami, was it?
Yeah, they flew me to Miami, gave me some
Spending
spending money,
that's dope.
got me a hotel and stuff, and I was only there for like 5 days.
Yeah.
I was there for 5 days.
And
Sorry,
was that in July?
Yeah. But so yeah, it's summer in America, right?
Yeah, because that's what I was going to say. That's summer.
With mean weather
That's
and
dope.
stuff.
Yeah, Miami too.
Yeah, hard out Miami, mean.
Shit,
South
sick.
Beach,
Yeah.
mean.
Sick.
It was
That's
expensive though, man. I remember I got like a drink, one of those massive fish bowls or whatever.
Yeah. Oh,
Cost
yeah.
like $50. Yeah.
Holy shit.
$50. But
Obviously a lot of tourists and stuff.
yeah. But yeah, so I went there, spent a week in Miami, which was mean. It was like the first sort of taste of like, I mean, obviously they flew me to Miami and shit. It was like kind of like taste of being like a superstar. I guess.
Yeah, that's dope. And they give you spending money and shit, like a little allowance.
It was good, man, real good. And I only had to go to the office to get the visa for 3 hours out of one day.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
That's
so
it.
the rest of the time I just
holiday.
went on the beach.
Was this you and another wrestler?
Yeah. So yeah, my ex-girlfriend as well.
Okay.
Yeah. So me, my ex-girlfriend.
Was it? Well, who was the wrestler? Hawaii.
Sam.
Oh, Sam.
Sam Adonis.
Oh, he was the American guy. Eh?
Yeah.
With that Donald Trump on his flag.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that guy. He used to be your tag teammate, triple threat.
Yeah. But yeah, so it was mean, man, and then like from there it just sort of took off. Like I wrestled. I think they gave me the visa. Got back to Mexico. Then maybe the Monday after that, they put us on like one of their bigger shows, which is like a Monday night.
Yeah.
And it's like at the place called Puebla, and it's quite a big arena. It's probably like 5,000 or 6,000 seats.
Shit.
And like it's live on YouTube.
Mm.
Like they get like so many views on it, hundreds of thousands sometimes. But yeah, so that debuted there. Yeah, debuted there, and that was like mean. It was the main event too, like against like the main guys.
Sure.
And I remember
Oh, you were the
like,
main event?
The main event, very first
Shit.
match, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so
I love you straight away, eh?
I think it was just my look and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
It's just because I look a bit different, and like, I wasn't huge at the time. I was probably only about 90 kilos, maybe 95 or something.
Yeah.
But like, I had a good body, you know? I had abs and stuff, so.
And even when we came to Mexico too, remember like we'll be at a restaurant or something and people come, Johnny, come take photos, stuff like
People
that.
get photos of me.
Yeah, so like you were kind of like a big deal, eh?
Kind of. I wouldn't say.
Like fans and stuff?
Yeah, pretty decent. But
what
yeah,
about
man, it was
like,
neat.
speaking on the fans, what was your like social media following like before you went there? Like, did you have any?
Not many, no, and I don't have a lot now either. It's just because I'm not very good at it, man.
Yeah.
Well, not that I'm not good at it. Sorry, I think I'm alright, but it's just I don't put in enough effort, you know.
To reply and stuff.
Yeah, I just don't. Not the replies, but just posting stuff. I don't barely ever post.
Yeah, true.
And like, I think it's just because I don't really worry about that stuff.
Not
for me.
too. Doesn't mean
Nah,
too much to you.
because like, I don't want that to determine whether I'm a good wrestler or not.
Yeah.
I just want to be a good wrestler.
Yeah.
Rather than like, because I mean, obviously, a lot of things is like illusion and stuff. You can go on Instagram and put up there saying you're the best wrestler and have the really good photos and the best body and stuff. People will start believing it. You know?
Yeah, true.
Where you might not be the best wrestler.
Yeah, it's about what you do between those.
Yeah, exactly.
Those ropes.
But I just want to be, for now anyway, build up my wrestling because I don't think I was very good at wrestling until 2 years ago. You know.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion, and I'd rather just work on that, get that good, and then get the social media. So then, when they do really watch my stuff, they're like, "Oh, he is really good."
Yeah. This guy's
he's not just saying it.
It's not all for show and stuff.
Exactly. So that's
what
what's my mentality with it, really.
And like, true.
Yeah.
Like not just like authentic, eh?
Yeah, exactly.
Gonna turn the camera back on. It only records for like half an hour.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, sorry, 25 minutes. It's twilight.
But yeah, man. I've always just been like that. Like with my
social media.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know. I guess it would be cool to have 100,000 followers and stuff. I guess.
That's not really what you want to do.
It's
though,
not like a goal of mine or anything.
Yeah.
I don't really care. You know.
It's just a perk. It's just what.
Yeah.
Obviously
Well, like you said, it's really good for getting yourself out there and stuff.
Yeah.
And it probably is something I need to work on at some point. But because I know it's important if you want to go to like big wrestling companies, but like WWE or whatever. But at the moment, I just want to be the best wrestler I can be, really.
Yeah.
And whoever supports that, like whoever wants to go online and follow me or whatever, it's all good with me, man. I mean, if you don't want to, you don't have to. Yeah.
Sure. So Arena Puebla, where was that one? Was that... We didn't... I know we only came to Arena Mexico.
Yeah.
So what about that? What was
came
that?
to Arena Mexico.
I think we came to about 3 shows. And even that one, compared to what we used to watch you in New Zealand, like, that was packed. And I remember, like, looking up, like, holy shit, this is huge. But what was that time? And you, like, represented New Zealand or something. That was like a Grand Prix or something.
Sold out, yeah. Grand Prix.
So how many was that?
16,500.
16,000.
So I went from... And that was, like, my very first match in Arena Mexico, too.
Shit.
So I went from 200 people here. Sometimes it'd be 30, bro. Sometimes it'll be 30 or 50 people.
Think about it, here, 12 sports.
30 or 50 people? Oh, let's say 50 people, right?
Yeah.
47 of them are my family. And then the other 3 are dogs. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's just...
47.
I go from that to 16,000, brother.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We used to come to every show, eh?
Yeah. You guys come to every show.
Tell the listeners where your very first show was, and then...
Where was my very... Oh, Levin. Was it Levin, eh?
Yeah.
Performing Arts Centre.
Performing Arts Centre, yeah.
Yeah, I wrestled there a couple of times, but yeah, that was my very first match against Paul as well.
Yeah, against Paul. So his very first match was at Levin Performing Arts Centre, and then
me versus Paul, and it was
and then was Zodiac back then, eh?
Yeah.
Colossus.
And yeah, it was called Colossus, yeah. But yeah, that was my first match.
And then a few years later, after your journey leads you to 16,500 people at Arena Mexico, and that's your first match, your first time in Arena Mexico.
Yeah, very first match in there.
Because I remember
at the time too, because you know how everyone says you need to live in the moment and stuff.
Yeah.
That was the time where I did, which was I'm glad I did that because I remember it real clearly, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't do that all the time. I'm quite bad at doing that actually. I need to live in the moment a bit more. But
do you think you also live in the past or the future?
A mix of both. Obviously, like I think anyone's past stuff comes up every now and then. You know,
100%.
It's hard to avoid really, but for me, yeah, I try and live in the present, man, or whatever. But yeah, that time I definitely did.
Yeah.
And obviously there was fucking loads of people. Man. It was just like I don't know, it was like a sound cloud or something. Yeah. It was just like heavy. You could just feel it, like everyone in there, man.
Yeah.
Because I was in the middle of the ring, right?
Yeah.
16,000 people surrounded me pretty much.
Yeah.
And like, it was just insane, bro. Because it's Mexico versus the rest of the world, so there's more emotion and drama there already, you know.
Yeah.
Because they want Mexico to win.
True.
So they're going like hard.
So what were you in terms of representing Aotearoa New Zealand? What was? Did you have a flag or?
Yeah, we came down with a flag. So they had like models.
Oh yeah.
Like chicks.
Yeah, because I remember when we came. And they held like they come out and they.
Yeah. So they'd dance on the stage and like you'd walk between them. They'd dance in barely any clothes and like maybe they'd wave a flag around or something. But yeah, one of them.
Keep your eye on the ring, boy.
One of them came out. Like when I came out, one of them like followed me to the ring behind me with the New Zealand flag.
Man, that's dope.
So that was cool.
What was it like? Obviously, you talk about like you said, it was like a big sound cloud. But because I remember even when we went, it was like a cool atmosphere. Like people walking around, like selling popcorn and chips and stuff, and like beers and stuff. Yeah. Like I remember me and Mum had some Coronas there. Like like people just walking around with their chili bins, selling masks.
Yeah.
Like obviously in New Zealand, like it's not so much like that.
Nah.
But the wrestling culture is huge.
The culture there is huge, and. It's like
cool.
It's more of like a sporting event, kind of like.
Just like how you go to the rugby and buy hot dogs.
Well, because Arena Mexico was built for professional wrestling.
Oh right, true.
You know, like if WWE comes here, they're going to use a rugby stadium.
Yeah.
If they go to a state in the States, they're probably going to use like a football stadium, probably. But you know, those ones are built for wrestling and nothing else. That's it.
True. So specifically for wrestling.
Exactly. Yeah. So that shows you how big wrestling is there, man. For them to have arena just for wrestling?
Yeah.
There's no other country that has that.
Just for wrestling.
Yeah, just for wrestling.
And is that the only one, or is that?
No, so CMLL owns arenas, and that's where I'd get my work. Would be like they'll just send you to a different arena most days or whatever.
What do you mean by work? So what were you doing for work?
Wrestling.
Oh, okay.
That's what I mean by work.
Oh,
I just call wrestling a job, you know.
Yeah.
But so Monday will be Puebla, like I said. Tuesday they'd either send you to Guadalajara, or they had a show running in Arena Mexico at the same time. So there was 2 shows happening. So if you went to Guadalajara, you'd leave at like 10 a.m. on Tuesday morning, and you get into Guadalajara at like 7 maybe.
Yeah.
Rest for like 8:30. So you'd find there's a gym there at the arena, so you just work out. Well, I did anyway. I always worked out beforehand. Get some food, and then go out and wrestle, and then straight back to the bus for another 8 hours or so. Get back to the Mexico City at like 6 a.m. Get the taxi home, sleep a bit more, and then go to the gym again. Like it was mean. But then Wednesday you'd have a day off. Wednesday was trainings actually. Yeah. Wrestling training. which I didn't go to in the end, but when I was just 'cause I was quite sore, you know, a lot of the times wrestling a lot.
Body would have taken a bit, eh?
Thursdays, nothing, but then Friday, Mexico City, like the big Arena Mexico, the big night though, where they'd like almost sell out or like have quite a lot of people, maybe 10,000 people there or something.
Shit. You know? Damn, it's a quiet night.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And then Saturday, Arena Coliseo.
Yeah.
Which is like a coliseum, and it's like a kind of like a Pringle tin or something.
Oh,
not that high, obviously, but like that sort of shape, you know.
True.
And so that one was mean. So there's probably about 2,000 or 3,000 people in that. And then Sunday, Arena Mexico or Guadalajara again. You get sent to one of them. So,
and like,
so Wednesdays and Thursdays off.
Yeah. Shit. Body would have taken a day.
Yeah.
And like with the gym and stuff, that's what I'm curious. Were the other wrestlers? What was their work ethic like? Like were they always obviously you're always in the gym, like the weights gym. I mean, do they take it real serious too, or
in Mexico?
Yeah.
Most of them do. Yeah.
Like the work ethic with.
Yeah, but they're just like a lot of them are like a lot. They're quite small, you know. Naturally, Mexicans are just quite small. Like not everyone, but like there is quite a lot of small Mexicans and stuff. So a lot of them were just real stocky, man. Like they're quite short. Yeah. But they'll be like stocky, real stocky, you know. But yeah, most people were in the gym most of the time, and there was some guys that are obviously in better shape and some that aren't. But I think with wrestling, as long as you just look tough and look like you can handle yourself, then you're all good. Like
that's the cool thing about wrestling, eh? 'Cause, like I mean, in terms of body types, because if you look at it, there's like a wrestler in every body type, like ripped ass, someone
fat dude, skinny dude.
Every body type,
dude. Yeah, exactly.
It's more so about what you do, eh? Yeah. With their body and stuff.
Well, what you do with the body, what you do with the way you speak and stuff, and just the way you carry yourself too. Yeah. The main part, I think. Yeah. Because you got to think about it. People already make their mind up on you. Yeah. As soon, like within probably 3 to 5 seconds when you walk out the curtain. Yeah. They'll see you, and if you look like shit, they'll probably think you're shit. Yeah. That's just how it is. Simple. Yeah. That's just how it is. Same with anything really. If a basketball player came out with fucking ripped shorts, they look quite like he hasn't washed them, and like maybe the same with the singlet as well. It was all he looks like shit. So
first impressions, eh?
Yeah, they'll think he is, even if he's not. Yeah. Same with wrestling. Even if you're not that great, people already make their mind up on you straight away. Yeah. You know? So I feel like with me, that's why I try to get it like something that when I walk out, people will automatically they're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Like,
this guy means.
Yeah. Because like my gear's a bit different. It's got like that little skirt on it. Yeah. And then obviously my body as well. Like I always wanted that to be the big thing. And I got long hair that I put water through. True, so it looks wet and stuff. And obviously, and then I have my facials as well. Like I use a lot of my face when I wrestle.
Did you what was because you used to have long hair all over, eh? Now because you got to cut while I was there actually. Yeah,
Mexico. Yeah.
What do you prefer as a wrestler? Because like obviously you wear your hair down and like because that's like your look.
I like this better now with the shaved sides.
Is it better?
Yeah, just for tying up and stuff is easier. Yeah. When it was too thick, it was just like the bun would like hang and. Like,
how many damn hair ties did you used to have? Literally like 6 in there, bro. But
well, my hair was real thick when I was young. I had to use like 2 or 3 hair ties sometimes. Shit. But
remember the time we went to and like used to work out in the gym together in Mexico and every man and his dog is in there.
Yeah.
More people that attended.
Rammed like a pack of sardines.
Honestly, rammed like a pack. I remember you always talk about that shoulder workout we done. I remember doing seated dumbbells like this is.
No, I think it was seated machine.
No, that's to warm up, and that's to get it firing. But I remember another time.
Oh, did we?
That's to warm up, straight in there, brother. Straight from the shifting gears. No, literally, I remember.
GJ.
Straight up. Shout out to sponsors.
All best GJ.
And no, there was another time, and I was thinking, holy shit, like, you know, you got to line up to have a turn, bro. You do a set, and then sweet.
I hate that with gyms. If I went to a gym like that now, I wouldn't even go, bro. Yeah. But that was alright, that gym though, because I didn't usually go that late. I think we went that night one time or something.
Yeah.
But like I usually go like the morning or the afternoon. It was all good. But
I remember even the changing rooms. That shit was packed.
Yeah, it was, eh? Shit, man.
Yeah, that's cool, Mexico, man.
Do you like Mexico?
Yeah, I love Mexico. The only thing with me, obviously, like asthmatic and hay fever and shit, was like the pollution.
I think it would be hard to go to Mexico as a plant-based eater, though. I think.
Oh, really?
I think so. Because I
don't
think they understand, you know.
Oh, true.
Well, not that they don't understand, sorry, but like, I think it's just like, I don't know, maybe it's just not as strict there or something. Like, I've heard a few people say it was just quite hard, you know.
True.
Maybe like
the options,
the veggies would be cooked where the meat was.
Oh,
or something. Stuff that they would maybe just don't realize, you know.
Bro, that food was insane and cheap, eh?
Oh yeah.
Holy shit! Like, that food was honestly insane over
Yeah.
there, and so much spicy. Like, if you think about like an original pack of Doritos here.
Oh yeah, the red one.
Yeah, the red one, and then original there is actually like kind of spicy.
Yeah,
Holy
yeah.
shit!
I remember that. I miss those Doritos too.
And like Oxo every day, that was me. That was good fun.
Yeah, Mexico was mean, eh?
That was so damn
I wish
fun.
you guys got to do other stuff actually now, because like I saw Mexico City heaps, but then I saw other parts of Mexico as well. You know.
Yeah,
Like
true.
touristy parts. I went to like beach cities and stuff.
Did you fly anywhere or just buses?
I got flown to some places to wrestle
Oh.
and stuff.
That's me.
But yeah, like
Right.
I'd go into the beach cities and stuff. You know.
How many people in Mexico City? 60 million?
Uh,
A few.
Nah, I think it's 25 million,
Shit.
which is a lot of people, man.
Think about
we
our
got
country,
4 million here in New
We got
Zealand.
4 million in this
25 just in that city. You know.
I just remember like, oh, that's right. I remember Mum, myself, and Hazel. Remember we were meant to go on that bus ride another time where you were a no-show.
What's that?
We went on that bus ride and it was like that double decker bus or whatever, and it takes you to the Angel of Independence or something like that.
Yeah.
And I remember we went on and honestly we stuck in like the traffic for so long because of like obviously so many people there and shit like that.
Yeah.
It just always felt like it was packed day.
Yeah, hard out. It was always like that, man.
That's
And
cool.
Wrestling shows was crazy.
Mm.
The outside, the streets would be packed.
Yeah,
man. Yeah.
I remember
Exactly.
afterwards and you used to like be taking photos and stuff, like people
Yeah,
waiting outside for
Exactly.
you.
It was crazy. That was like I said, it was kind of a taste of being like a superstar. Kind of like
Yeah.
come out of the arena and like people waiting there for you, yelling out your name and stuff. It's crazy, man. Especially Arena Puebla,
Yeah.
because there was like this one door you just kind of everyone had to go out that door. And as soon as you opened it, the fans were there on the street, like
Holy shit. Just
screaming
waiting.
for
Yeah.
every single person that comes out, you know?
That's how passionate they are. Like,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
probably like their rugby in New Zealand, eh?
Yeah.
It is, dude.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Like how I know that people will go and wait for the All Blacks to train or whatever. That's probably like
Yeah,
similar to other
100%.
stuff, eh?
Yeah. Well, remember when me and you
Yeah.
and everyone went to the airport to see the WWE
Yeah,
wrestlers?
that was dope. That was so
pretty funny,
sick,
man.
eh?
How old
We
was
got-
I then? Like 11, I think. It was 12.
Yeah,
remember
probably
we
about
went there
that.
and,
Probably
like-
about 5.
Yeah, I think it was 06.
I was wearing my Rey Mysterio t-shirt. That was crazy. We got that photo.
Yeah,
Touched all the wrestlers. I remember Boogeyman,
yeah. It was cool, eh?
JBL,
Yeah, Booker T and stuff.
and we went to the thing at Westpac Stadium.
yeah,
eh?
then went to the show that night. Yeah.
And who did we line up to get signings from? Batista?
Batista, yeah.
Anyone else? We lined up for
Nah,
like a
just
whole day.
Batista,
Eh?
I think. Yeah.
Man, we were passionate about it, and like, we're we're talking about that now. So what? You're about 12 then, but when did you really like start? I don't really know when wrestling started for you. Like your passion, was it just watching it on TV or?
Just watching it on TV, yeah.
Like how old?
Just,
Like real
it
young.
was weird. Yeah, it was pretty young. Like I can't remember exact age, but it was weird. It just like I started watching it and I was hooked straight away, and then that was always the thing. I was gonna be a wrestler for some reason.
And like
everyone knew it, eh? Like
yeah,
everyone knew I was
it.
gonna be a wrestler.
That's what everyone knew you for.
Yeah,
And like if you think about it, because I used to love wrestling.
Yeah.
And like I know like Rodell and Nikki when we always used to wrestle, they love wrestling too.
yeah.
But we like it wasn't like a love. Like we loved it,
Yeah,
but then we just
but
fell
it
off
wasn't
it a
like
bit.
yeah, exactly. You guys fell off.
But then I know you just like really stayed on.
yeah,
eh?
I just loved
And if you think
it,
about
man.
if your life's so consumed by one thing, a lot of people can like fall off. Like, oh,
Yeah.
I've had enough of wrestling now. Like,
Yeah.
like all I do is eat, sleep, and shit. Wrestling, whatever.
Yeah.
Some people can fall off, but you've actually like still love it.
Yeah. I'd still wrestle every day, man, if I could.
Yeah.
Like right now, I miss it a lot, you know. But yeah, I don't know. I just got into it hard out. Like I was collecting DVDs and that.
Yeah. Remember that huge ass collection you had?
Yeah.
Huge action figures.
Massive.
Like
Oh,
for.
I don't think I got extra.
No, but like even when we were young, remember I got that big Rey Mysterio
true,
one,
yeah,
Batista.
you did,
Like
yeah.
when we were young, I got that wrestling ring.
Yeah.
That
True.
little-
Yeah. True. But yeah, I mean,
That was-
my whole life was just revolved around that. I'm glad I'm not, because I'm not like that anymore. You know, like
Yeah.
I'm not that fucking obsessed with it. It's because it's more of like, I don't know. When you get to an adult, you're not fucking. I'm not like buying the video games or anything like that. You know what I mean?
SmackDown vs.
I don't
Raw. Oh, we used to
like
play
video
that too.
games.
SmackDown
I'm
vs.
not really
Raw.
a big video gamer, so
Yeah, you actually against it, eh?
nah, I'm not against it. But I mean, I don't know. I think it's just weird.
It's just not for you, eh?
Nah, I just couldn't sit there for like more than probably 20 or 30 minutes. I reckon
True.
playing a game. I think I just get quite bored. But
Back in the day, we used to love it. Rugby.
oh,
FA,
yeah, I
Dragons.
loved it when I was like
PS2,
probably
eh?
15,
That was on.
16 maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. What was where were we? I lost it, brother.
Oh no, we're just talking about wrestling. How obviously started back and then
Oh yeah.
just back in the day, because obviously when we were young, shit
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
And what? So you first started for WPW?
Yeah, started in Wellington or in Ava. So I used to go to the shows when I was like 11. 11 or 12, probably around the same time.
And we used to all go. I remember when I was young.
As well,
yeah, head out.
And we'd just see the local wrestlers there.
And even like at Te Rao Tarokura, used to like watch those shows and stuff too. Yeah. What, like, with the stuff I do now, like mental health and stuff like that, or kind of like mental health awareness and stuff, I just want to talk to you. We might like dive deep or whatever. I think starting to wind down, but I just want to know, like, is there any challenges you had mentally where, because I know obviously when I got injured and I had thoughts of like not so much suicide but suicidal ideation, which is like when you think, what would it be like if I just put myself out of misery or whatever, like diving a bit deep straight away. But have you ever had any of those kind of thoughts or times, or obviously we talked about the financial struggles?
For sure, like then was probably the most, and even like I said even now sometimes, you know, but yeah, mostly in Mexico, hard out.
What was it like? Were you just a bit stressed, or?
Yeah, I guess I just felt like I was a failure a little bit, you know, because I wasn't making any money, I wasn't wrestling hard out or anything. Yeah. So I just felt like, well, what the hell am I doing here? I'm probably like, everyone's probably thinking I'm here wrestling and I'm just fucking sitting on the couch because I can't wrestle. Yeah. Do
you feel like it's like a bit of a burden kind of on people?
Yeah, of course. I always feel like that. I feel like too, yeah. Even now, still, like when I feel down or whatever, I don't tell anyone, you know. Yeah. So I just try and get over it. But I started talking to people about it. Well, one person anyway. Yeah. But
and that's like, because that's like a bit with me too. When I got injured, I was like, because obviously my dad and mum have paid for, like given me so much, like in terms of paying for me to go trips around the world for basketball and stuff. Yeah. And so I was like, cool, can't wait to like sign some contracts and play in leagues around the world so I can make some money to pay them back and stuff like that. Yeah. And then when I got injured, I was like, oh, what the hell? Like I felt like, I'm just letting everyone down. I'm meant to be playing, making money, playing basketball so I can pay them back and stuff. Yeah. So that's kind of like me too.
Well, that's exactly how I felt in Mexico. I was like, they're here, they're thinking I'm here living the dream, and I'm like, sitting on the couch fucking playing on my phone, you know? Yeah. Living off rice and water that I got to put in the kettle and boil. So, I don't know, it was hard, man. And even now, like, I feel like, well, what the hell am I doing? Like, even though I know in the back of my head that I can't do anything about what's happening right now because of the pandemic and stuff, but still, even now, sometimes I get like a little bit like in my head too much or something about it.
It is a mind tricks on us and shit. It's crazy. Yeah. And it's cool because like the work I do, obviously with internal strength and stuff, it's cool having you there and like sharing your and stuff. Yeah, because that's like an important part.
It's cool to see you there, I reckon, in that environment and stuff, because that's your thing, and then wrestling is my thing. You came and watched me wrestle, and it was kind of like, I didn't really do anything, man.
No, you did,
Yeah, I did, but at the same time, you did what you had to do. You did the work, you know what I mean? Yeah. So you were at the front, and it was cool to see you doing that.
Yeah, well, that's why I don't want to make this about me, but that's why I wouldn't have changed the injury and stuff, because it's cool I get to do that stuff now.
Yeah, exactly.
And I probably definitely wouldn't have been on this journey if I didn't get injured. Yeah. Stuff like that.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Yeah, you got to look at the bright side of everything. Injuries. Yeah, 100%. There's always something. Or even the bright side of me getting robbed or whatever, you know.
Well, like look where it led you and shit. Like, got robbed and then wrestling in front of 16,500 people.
And that was cool for me, man.
And think about the silver lining of coming home. Like, damn, shit, I don't get to wrestle, but damn, I get to see my family.
Yeah, exactly.
And stuff like that. So,
or even just like little things like now the gym's better as well for me. Yeah, which is good. Because then when I go back to wrestling, I'll look better, and then
like a freak.
Exactly.
Because you're the man.
I am the man. Yeah. You already know that. Everyone knows that.
Everyone knows. I'm a freak. I'm phenomenal.
I'm a freak. I'm phenomenal. I'm the man.
That's like what you said, buddy.
Yeah, sure, buddy.
I think we'll start to wind this potty down, but I gotta wrap it up. I have to run away.
Run away.
I don't know if my dad will listen to this. But I was thinking, because obviously we talked a lot about Mexico, and we talked about before, we can do multiple podcasts. We live together. Yeah. And I was thinking maybe another time we could do one talk about UK or...
A bit more about England, yeah. Because we've done a lot about Mexico, so maybe this could be the Mexico episode.
Yeah, I just literally had the idea.
And then we'll do England next time, yeah.
Yeah. But just winding down a bit, I got a question I want to ask. So... Yeah. You are who you are now. Yeah. But you're going to go give a guest speech to a 13-year-old student at Whānau High School, and it's you. Okay. It's you as 13 years old.
So 13-year-old me.
Talking to 13-year-old Neil McElroy. Yeah. At Whānau High School, you're walking into the classroom, and it's just him there. Yeah. What kind of advice and tips and kind of like advice are you giving him?
The main one would probably be don't worry about what anyone else thinks about you or whatever. You know,
Yeah.
because that's what I learned is like overseas and stuff. I learned to not really care what people think about me.
Yeah.
Because I did care a lot before. I was real insecure. You know.
Yeah.
I didn't really show it because I was so shy and stuff. So you probably would have known, I guess, to a certain extent. But it was real bad, man. I was like worried about what people thought about me.
Yeah.
Especially around that age, like 13, you just go into high school and stuff, and you're like, I don't know, you just shit happens in high school, you know.
Yeah, 100%.
So, but yeah, that'll be the main thing, I think. Yeah, definitely. Because shit, man, like totally different person now, you know.
Yeah. And it's a waste of energy, yeah.
I know, man. It's the same with anything. Not even just worrying about people think about you, worrying about anything that's not really
anything
worth
you
anything,
actually
you
can't
know?
control.
Exactly.
That's a big thing for me is like preaching to people that there's no point stressing over things you can't control. It's crazy.
I know.
Like,
Well, you never really fully ever get over something like that. Like, every now and then you're gonna think about something, but you just gotta try and make that conscious effort not to. So because even right now I still think about shit that I have no fucking control over. But I still fucking spend 3 hours thinking about it, and I realize like, what the hell am I doing?
Yeah. Why don't I let that consume my energy?
Exactly.
But that's dope because, like what you said, especially in high school for me too, that was a big thing, like overvaluing people's opinions and shit, and thinking that people's opinions on my life is important.
Yeah.
Like this is my damn life.
Yeah. Do you notice that you act a little bit different when you're in high school, maybe, or anything like that? For me, I definitely did. I didn't show. Like,
think about
who I am.
Think about how goofy we are.
Yeah, exactly. Like I wasn't that goofy at high school, you know. Like when I'm with you, all my close mates and stuff. The shit we come up with,
bro.
I wasn't doing any of that shit in high school, brother. Except with Paul, you know. That's the only guy, bro.
But I felt like that at the same time. I had to put like a bit of a filter on my
little bit,
personality.
maybe you even just pull yourself back a tiny bit. You're not being your full self fully.
Yeah, because you don't want people to think, what's this weirdo doing?
Maybe if you say the wrong thing, people will be like, what the fuck is he on about, you know?
Yeah. 100%, yeah. So yeah, just like, I like that because that's a big thing for me.
Yeah, I know.
But the one thing I like to remind myself now is that like, I'm in the driver's seat of my life.
Yeah.
Fuck what other people think. It's crazy.
No one else can do anything for you. You know, you do it yourself, man. So yeah, it's good.
That's dope. It's been good. Have you enjoyed this?
Yeah,
honestly, I was just looking at the time. It's been like an hour and 15 minutes. We've been talking.
Yeah, easy as.
Yeah, chill. And then obviously,
are you gonna try and keep it like this for most podcasts or what?
Yeah, maybe because I wanted to. I was thinking for the next one. I wanted to talk a bit about like upbringing and stuff, but we can talk about that in the next one. But I was thinking for future guests, talk about where it all kind of started, like grew up and blah blah blah, and then but it was cool though because as we talked about the Joe Rogan one, there's no structure, there's no notes, there's no notes around here, and we just we just talk, and we just talk and it just flowed.
I think that sort of stuff creates a little bit of nerves as well, like having something you have to. Oh wait, I gotta get this in now.
Actually, I didn't touch on that, but
exactly,
and it was like we just talked with microphones here, like
easy.
And I learned stuff too, like we talked about stuff I didn't know about.
Yeah, exactly.
I knew a lot of the stuff, and obviously I brought it up because I want the listeners to learn it too, because I think there'd be a lot of value in this.
Yeah.
But I think like it was dope. Like we're just down talking with the mic. I'll get the other mic sussed out, but it's been mean.
Yeah, I know.
It's been good having you on here.
Yeah.
First ever guest is my second episode. I'll chop this up soon, Cuzzy.
First and best, Cuzzy.
Yeah, about that, brother. Just before we wrap it up, can you let the listeners know where they might be able to find you, like social media handles?
Yeah. So Twitter, Niwa_pro. Instagram, the same thing, so Niwa_pro, and then Facebook, NiwaPW. That's it, yeah.
That's me. Yeah, so if you want to follow Niwa on Twitter, Instagram, add him on Facebook, or just even on YouTube, right? If people want to watch some of your matches, they can...
there's not many good ones on there at the moment, so maybe just go on my Instagram, there's more videos on there. Yeah.
Check out his Instagram, and you can see lots of content of him doing his thing. A lot of wrestling on there, but obviously he's more than a wrestler too. He's a human being. He's my big bro. He's a freak. He's a freak of nature.
I am a freak of nature.
I'm the man.
But
that's good. That's been good. It's been me having you on.
Yeah, hard out. I'm glad I was on there.
Shot my bro.
I need to go take a pee, bro.
That's safe. Thank you for listening to the second ever episode of Yarns With Marns. It's awesome to have my big bro Niwa on as my first ever guest. Stay tuned for more content, and hope you enjoy listening to this. If you do, please recommend this podcast to someone else so you can let them know. We just want to provide lots of value, entertain people, educate people, and just let them know what we're all about. So once again, thank you for tuning in to episode number 2 of Yarns With Marns. I'll see you guys and talk to you guys in the next episode. Peace and love.